So hi and welcome to the next class of APM. In the previous class we were discussing about the basics of APM, how to install it, how to install the different stuff for ATM. Okay, you can say like Node.JS and all that stuff. So today we'll be proceeding further with the jars. So first of all I'll go to the official website of APM, that is apm.io. So here what I'll do is I have a download button. Okay, just go to the downloads, and here I have option of Java. Need to click over Java because now we want all the jars of Selenium. Not only Selenium but of APM also. So because we'll be using these jars for our coding purpose, we need the dependencies. So I'll type here g io dot apm. Okay, because this is kind of, you can say, the artifact that is being needed, and it's our Java client. Let it search our artifact. Sorry, it has to be G, not Q. Okay, let me do it again with G io dot. Yeah, you're getting the options. This is the client that I'm searching for, Java client. Okay, so just download this Java client because we need this Java client for our purpose. Okay, we'll talk about that, why we need this Java client and all. We'll discuss about that also. Look, one way is like this. You can simply click over this Java client, or you could choose in this way also, G io dot. Okay, you could use this command also. It totally depends at which command you want to choose. Okay, so after that just click over this download button, and then you have option of downloading jar, java doc.jar, pom, or source. So you can download your jar and java doc.jar, both the thing, because down the line we need these two stuff. So let me copy it. I'll paste it in chat window, and this is the website of APM where you can get the APM jars. This is the command to retrieve the jar. Fine. Similarly, after getting this jar, the next step is go to the Selenium website. So I have seleniumhq.org. So here you have a download button, and if you come down to this Java section, you have a download button, and look, the Selenium jars are getting downloaded for me. Okay, I can open this jars, and now I can just clap that all these jars in the same folder of the Selenium as well as APM, because we will be in need of both of jars. Fine. So what I have done is I have already consolidated them. Uh, need to check the Eclipse APM jars, all jars. Look, these are all of the jars. What you can do is you can even download it from internet, or after this class I can upload it on our website, and you can simply download it from there also. You don't need to go to different places like the APM and Selenium. You can simply download it from here also. So we can see that whichever approach best suits you. You want to download it from internet directly, you can go there. If you want a bundle, I can share this bundle with you. So these are all the jars that will be using for our APM purpose. Now after getting the jars and all that stuff, now we have also downloaded the Eclipse. Now the last step is we need to configure Eclipse. So I'll open it. So now what we need to do here is, first of all, we'll be configuring Android, and then we'll be configuring testing framework. Look, testing framework could be JUnit, testing framework could be TestNG, it could be any, depending upon the need. Like you want to go with TestNG or JUnit, but we'll be switching to the TestNG framework. So now what I'll be doing is I'll be you may say configuring the TestNG. I'll be activating the DDMS option. Okay, I'll talk about what is this DDMS first of all. Let me close this. Okay, so starting from scratch, what I need here is, yeah, when you open your Eclipse, you'll get a welcome window. Just cross it, and this would be your landing screen of Eclipse. So here you have option of help. Just go to install new software, and here when you are able to, when you have to install some software, you need to give the command. So right here DL, like I have already done for Android. No, it should be DL. Yeah, this is the correct one. So what you need to do here is you can come here, add, right here ADT, and here you can write HTTPS DL SSL dot google.com slash android slash, and after doing this, just press the OK button. So while you press the OK button, this developer options will start downloading for you. So even I can ping the same on chat window. Fine. Okay. So this will take some time depending upon your internet speed and all. So after getting it, you'll be getting the option of DDMS. Oh, fine. Development tools, hierarchy, native development, trace view, and trace. You need to select all. Then go to next. Look, for me, these stuff is already pretty installed. Okay, so that's why this next button is not getting highlighted here. But for you, these things are not installed. Okay, this even at the down you can see Android DDMS will be ignored because it is installed. Development tools will be ignored because it is installed. So these stuff are already installed for me. Fine. So the main here is like trace view development, DDMS. These are the native stuff that you need for your development. Okay. So just click over finish, and it will take some time to download depending upon your internet speed. Okay. So after getting this configured, what is the next step? The next step is to go with the, you can say, TestNG framework. So in order to configure the TestNG framework, what we'll do is we'll again go back here, install new software, This is a link. Click here, write test ng and paste the link here and click over OK. So again, like your Android and DDMS, your TestNG will start downloading. Fine. So let me give this to you. So while you're configuring your TestNG, okay, ensure that your Google code libraries for Java, your TestNG and TestNG P2 feature, these all has to be installed. You may skip this optional, but these three are mandatory. Okay, so after that click on next. On a similar ground, now it is saying that Guava is already present. Okay, because for me I have already downloaded the stuff. I could click over finish here and this will restart the Eclipse, saying okay. Okay, now because mostly libraries were pretty installed for me, so it didn't take much time. But for you, as you are doing it for the first time, so this will take some time depending on the internet speed, like we have already discussed. So after doing with this stuff, let me open it. Just a second. So like after you have configured everything and you're good to go. Now the next step. The next step here is configuration of Android, because I have already given all this stuff. Now we have configured Android. Now we just need to check whether the Android that we have configured in our Eclipse is working fine or not. Okay. So now how to check that? So for that, let this Eclipse open. Okay. So now what I'll be doing is I have the path of my SDK. Okay, from where my all the SDK is present in the Eclipse. So not in the Eclipse, in the Android Studio. Like if you could recall yesterday, what we did was we got the path from our Android Studio and we pour it into our environment variables. If you could recall the yesterday's session. Fine. So on a similar ground, we'll be doing a similar stuff here also. Let me close it. Okay. So let me click over here. Let's check this option menu. I just click over this Android SDK Manager. So after getting this done, you need to open your Android SDK Manager and look, ensure that you have your latest SDK Manager. This is important. Okay, SDK tools, and what option it is giving me? Okay, Android 9 I don't need. You just install Android 8.0 and Android 9, like it is coming here. The most important one, when you come down to this extras. Yes, Supriya. Supriya, you wanna ask something?
Yes, Aditya.
Hmm.
Actually, how this SDK option came to the Eclipse that I couldn't see properly.
Okay.
Can you please repeat it once
Yeah.
again?
Right now I installed my Android components. If you could see the command, let me go back. Let me open the command set. So what I did here was, if you could see, I'm writing here dlssl Android Eclipse. So what I'm doing is I'm making the Android being compatible with my Eclipse. So this is a link that will download some dependencies so that your Android becomes compatible with your Eclipse. So after you have downloaded this all this stuff and coming, like for me right now everything is installed. Okay. So when you will install this stuff here, Okay, after this Android option will come. So you have to restart your Eclipse. Similarly, I'll reiterate. Where is TestNG? Yeah. Similarly about TestNG also, when you will configure your TestNG, the link I have already shared on chat window, your TestNG stuff will also get activated by its own. Because what you have done is you have, you can say, uh, downloaded the plugins for the specific uh, instance in your Eclipse. For Android also you download the plugin. Similarly for TestNG also, if I come here, for me, and right now everything is installed because we did right now. Fine, and ensure that while you're installing anything, whether it's TestNG or it's Android Studio, just tick this parent one instead of going inside and selecting all the items. On the parent level, only click tick, just check it, and then finish it. Everything would be installed for you. So after installing this stuff, this option would get activated. This option will only get activated after you have everything in place with you. Else, this won't be activated. Is that fine, guys? Anyone? Any doubt?
Hey, this is Neetal here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think in last session I messed up something on SDK download, so this is not working. So I'm just requesting if you put those video of yesterday's,
Yeah,
maybe it will
videos
work.
videos are uploaded today. Videos are already uploaded yesterday, last night. So you'll get the access within 3-4 hours.
Yeah, so then I think from tomorrow I'll be on par with you.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
easy because until unless you know about the SDK, you'll be not aware what I'm teaching right now. This is linked to the previous one.
Yep, I am stuck, so I'm just holding on right now and
Yeah, you'll get the videos.
okay, thanks.
Okay. So like you have like we have done configured our Android. Now the one main more thing you can say the important aspect that is DDMS. Now what you need to do is you'll be in your Eclipse. You could see this perspective window. This one. Fine. And if you want, I can highlight it for you. This one. Fine. So you need to tap over this window. So while you tap over here, you'll get option of DDMS. Just double click over here and yeah. So while you'll double click over here, you'll get a new window where you have some devices and some console is coming. So there are some XYZ items that are being coming here. Now let me plug my device. Just give me a second. So this is my device that I have configured in my machine. With my machine, this is the one. Okay. Like if even if I open Android Studio, I can show you the same device. After getting your Eclipse Android configured and all the stuff, this device is coming. Okay. So even if you want to check more about your devices, in you can open command prompt. You can write adb devices. This will give you the list of devices that are pretty configured with the system right now. Like this is the key. This is a kind of a unique key for a device. We'll be using this key during the phase of our automation also. This is the unique key that you will be using. Now it's loading. Okay. So after configuring this, you have your Android, you have your APM. Let me go back to the Java window. So let me come just a second. So even I have this SDK with me. The next step here I can do here is the preferences. If you want to just cross check, this is just the path where SDK and all that is present. Look, just a second. I was trying to show you something else. Yeah, this was the window that I was planning to open. So here, ensure that you have your Google USB driver and all that stuff. Now look, I have this SDK present here with me. The another approach that I can do is, let me open my Android Studio. Okay, till the time Android Studio opens, let it open. I'll show you one more thing. Even you can customize your path of the SDK. Like if you come here, press, I can go to Window, Preferences. It's showing somewhere in the C users. I can customize, I can change it to DE, to my custom drive, like to the F, and mm, okay, okay, let the Android Studio open because I can get the path from here also. Or the another way is, the easy way is I can also get the path from environment variables because we set this path yesterday. Okay, Studio has loaded, so the better would be we check it from here. So coming here, this will take couple of seconds. So even I can get the path from here also. So what normally your, you can say, your Eclipse does is when you are trying to configure it, it goes through the default location, default where your Android is present, and default is inside your C, the name of your user, the name of your admin. If I'll come here, it is selecting the default location, but what I can do is even I can give the path of this location also. Just edit, sorry, just copy this path, come back, and you can paste it here also. Totally depends upon you. Okay, you want to go with the native one or you want to select the this one. Fine. So now after this, we are kind of configuration. We are done with the configuration stuff. Now moving to the next step. The main step is our APM. We have downloaded the APM. Let me open this APM. Even I want to show you something. Okay, it is refreshing. Let it refresh fully. So like you're working with the DDMS stuff. Okay, actually the software update is going on my device. After the software update, even you could see the name here, like Z, that there would be some a unique bundle identifier name that would be present here. Right now, actually, the problem here is my device is getting upgraded, so this will take some time. Fine. So let me come back. So let's open APM. So how does the APM look like? If I'll click over APM and open it, it's taking a couple of seconds. No issues. In the meanwhile, I can show you even a SEM. Yeah, anyone has any doubt?
Uh, yeah, Aditya Paresh here.
Hmm?
Yeah, you just show Android SDK by default path, right? C and F drive.
Hmm, 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 hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm confused without because we are installing F drive, right?
Hmm. That what I
And
told you that in this you can go to here and we can change this path.
okay.
Hmm.
Uh, One question.
Hmm.
There are already installed in C drive. That's why we are getting those target name vendors and all the stuff means
No,
Android 6.
no. Actually, when you configure the plugin of your Android Studio into your Eclipse, it by default takes a path of C directory. And when you install your plugin, what it does is it makes some instances of Android into your C drive. Okay, but if you'll keep everything in your C drive, okay, the system will get somewhat heavy. The system will slow down. It will be some laggy. So to avoid that laggy effect, I am keeping it into some different location. If you want to keep everything in your C, okay, then whenever you are installing even the Android Studio, you don't need to change the path. Keep the path in the way it is, like in the C only, because by default Android Studio also installs in C. Everything installs in C only. But I don't want that my system should be laggy, so that's why I have kept in some another place because look, this content contains 2 to 3 GB. So I don't want to keep so much content in my C. This was the only reason. Even so, I told you that the best is we could change the path. Coming here.
Your voice is breaking.
Is it clear
What to
now?
say?
Is it clear now?
Your voice is
Guys,
break.
is my okay, just give me a second. So this is our APM. Okay, before coming to the APM, I'll answer to the previous query. So what I we can do here is I can change the path to F, change it a bit. Just a second. So now my Studio path and my Android path are pretty same. Fine. These are working over the same directory only. So after doing with this Android and all that stuff, the next step, the next important step is your APM. So when you'll download your APM will look like this. Okay, you have a simple, advanced, and you have a presets option. Okay, in advanced you give your server, you give your port, and you start your APM server. And after starting your APM server, you go for the test. So that will cover in the next class. So anyone having any doubt? Any doubt?